Knowledge justifies authority. The KJA Global Channel, lighting up the world, one mind at a time. Series 5, The Machinery of Protection. Episode 81, Dignity in Practice, making the highest value operational.
We use the word dignity constantly. We carve it into constitutions and speak it at funerals. But here is the uncomfortable question. Can a value you cannot measure actually protect anyone?
Today, we take the highest idea in all of human rights, the inherent dignity of every person, and make it operational. Because dignity is not only something to feel, it is something to use by the end. You will hold a practical test that turns a noble word into a working standard. Begin with what dignity actually claims. It says that every human being has worth that is inherent, not earned, not granted by the state, not dependent on status, usefulness, or behavior. You do not become worthy by being productive or lose your worth by being poor, imprisoned, or unpopular. This is why the strongest legal traditions place dignity at the very top, above convenience and above majority preference. It is the value that all other rights exist to serve.
Now make it operational. Dignity actually claims, it says, that every human being has worth that is inherent, not earned, not granted by the state, not dependent on status, usefulness, or behavior. You do not become worthy by being productive or lose your worth by being poor, imprisoned, or unpopular.
This is why the strongest legal traditions place dignity at the very top, above convenience and above majority preference. It is the value that all other rights exist to serve. Now make it operational. Dignity stops being decoration the moment it becomes a test applied to power. The test is simple. Laws, policies, and state behavior must be dignity compatible. They may not humiliate, degrade, or dehumanize any person or group. Run any decision through it. Does this rule treat people as ends with worth, or as obstacles to be managed?
Does it preserve a person's standing as a human being, even when they are accused, detained, or in need? When the answer is no, the policy fails, no matter how efficient, popular, or well-intentioned it may be.
Watch how this works across ordinary institutions. In healthcare, dignity becomes informed consent and respectful care, regardless of age, wealth, or disability.
In justice, it becomes humane treatment of even the guilty, because cruelty to the condemned degrades the society that permits it, not only the person who suffers it. In public services, it becomes systems that do not force the poor to beg or the vulnerable to surrender their privacy for help. The same single test, applied everywhere, quietly reshapes how power touches a human life.
This matters because the first move of every cruelty is to declare some people less than human,
Less deserving, less real. Outside the circle of concerned dignity is the principle that refuses that move in advance. It draws a line no emergency and no majority may cross. To insist on dignity is to insist that there is no such thing as a person who does not count. And that insistence is the foundation everything else in this series is built on.
So today, become a dignity auditor. Take one rule that touches people in your world, at work, in your community, in a service you use. Ask the test directly.
Does this honor the people it governs, or quietly degrade them?
Name one change that would make it more dignity compatible. You have just turned a value into a tool.
A value you can apply is a value that can protect. Make dignity your standard and hold every system to it. Subscribe Let us build a world worthy of the people in it.
This is KJ. Dignity is non-negotiable.